Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 125 of the Everything Moto Racing. I'm going to do that again.
Stuck the landing.
Hello everybody and welcome back to... Oh my god. It's because someone's messaged me going, love the podcast, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, love the intros.
Yeah, Jesus, right. Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 125 of the Everything Moto Racing podcast. I hope you've had a good week. We're back, me and Cameron. I've just tried that 3 times.
Hello. Lauren is still gallivanting, so it's just us.
Just us two. Yeah, Lauren is in Thailand at the moment.
Yeah, living it up, finding herself.
God, don't say that. People think it's dodgy, you know.
I don't know. What does one do in Thailand? I've never been, to be fair. Do you go watch Thai boxing? Probably. In fact, I think I saw that on her story. She did watch some Thai boxing. She's
been at the beach and stuff. It looks fun.
The beach?
Yeah, we love the beach.
Beaches here. You need to go to Thailand.
That's true. That is true.
Anyway, what's been happening? Deck?
Well, in terms of MotoGP, we've had testing. We've had some more liveries unveiled. And we've had Moto2 and Moto3 also test.
Sweet. Where were they testing? Qatar? No.
Portimao. Yeah.
Of course. How did I not know that? Why did I miss these things? Is it because Dorna does a really crap job of publicising Moto2 and Moto3 stuff?
Well, it wasn't really like an official test. Every rider wasn't there. There was like most riders on track for some days, and then other days there were other riders on track, like VDS were meant to be out or have been out, and then IO were meant to be out yesterday and today, but it's been raining, so they've missed some time and lost some time. But they have been out a little bit, you know, and Aspar were there earlier the week, so were the MSI squad with Sergio Garcia and Agura, and it's been interesting in terms of that. Scott Ogden has set some really good times. He was 3rd overall in the unofficial timing.
Is he still on the Honda?
Yes.
Apparently the Honda's better this year, though. Or it's supposed to be. Yeah.
The bikes were frozen until 2024.
Yeah.
And so now we've got a new Moto3 KTM and a new Moto3 Honda. The KTM, I don't know if you've seen it, looks mental.
Would that have been the one that was in like the gas livery that we saw? The other day,
yeah. And like the rear seat's different. The front fairing's got like a dent in it.
Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention to it, I'll admit. I thought the livery looked really cool.
Looked great.
But like the actual bike itself, I could tell it was different, but I can't say I like analysed
they've got
how it looked.
Actually on the side of the side fairing have got MotoGP style wings on it. They're not like wings as such.
No way.
But they've got I'm just trying to get the actual technical term for it before I say what it is.
DRS.
Oh, I've just had it on my screen now and it's disappeared again. DRS. They have got, that's it, a ground effect fairing on the Moto3 bike.
Okay.
So it comes out and then dips down again on the thing. I don't know if you can see it on the thing. You see that there? Obviously, the viewers can't see it.
I can't. No, I can't really see on your phone.
On my phone screen.
I'll check it out.
Anyway, but yeah, it's basically like a little like a pointy part that sticks out the fairing and helps to keep the bike more level on a Moto3 bike.
Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose the Moto3 bikes could be pretty twitchy considering how light they are, so it's maybe just helps stabilize them a bit. You know, here I'm absolutely not an engineer, so I'm just speculating, but interesting. Well, that'll please all of the fans who absolutely hate all this aero stuff.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one. The new Honda's a bit different as well. It seems better to ride, easier to ride, which is good.
It's good.
Because obviously Honda have been lacking. It's hilarious, actually. We say Honda have been lacking against KTM in recent years, and yet Honda won the most recent Moto3 World Championship. But that was down to Leopard.
Yeah, they got the Leopard cheat code, yeah.
Leopard's cheat codes. So, yeah, but we've had Angel Piqueras out on the Leopard as well as Adrian Fernandez. They look pretty good. Quite excited for Piqueras this year as the rookies and Junior World Championship champion heading into this year. Matching Rueda but obviously switching to Honda, or staying on the Honda, because he's on the Estrella Galicia last year. So staying on the Honda and looking to impress on the championship winning bike last year.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a good season all round.
I can't wait for Moto3, Moto2, MotoGP.
And even if World Superbikes has been something to sort of wet our whistle.
My God.
I think we're in for a good year of racing, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been sensational, really, hasn't it? The World Superbikes, we'll go into it in a minute, but the Superbikes were so good.
I loved it. I caught up with them afterwards, and I was having a great time. I felt really good. I was like, yes, this is it. Summer's coming, the racing's back. Yeah.
Like, that Alex Lowe's overtake on Bautista for the victory.
Beautiful.
What the hell? Going around Lukey Heights.
Where did it come from? And yet, in hindsight, so obvious. Why doesn't everyone pass there? Do you know what I mean? Just go faster. Run the outside.
Just obviously. Brake later and accelerate earlier, obviously. Just ride around your competition.
Well, that's it. Like, if you just go around the track faster, then you'll win. Like,
exactly.
Why don't they all think of this?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, jeez,
Yeah, but some really good racing. Nice to see Toprak on the podium.
Yes.
Did you see his little handbrake turn before he went into Park Fermi?
No, I didn't.
So he was going down pit lane, and in Superbikes, you go through a pit garage into the paddock where the podium is, and he basically let go of the bars with his right hand and did like a handbrake motion. As he stomped on the rear brakes, the rear brake like skidded and turned the bike, and then he rode into pit lane. So he did like a handbrake stop, and the fact that he did it with his arm as well to indicate he's doing a handbrake turn is very funny.
Who is this guy? Honestly, I love him. He's so great. He is
brilliant.
Yeah.
I worked out stat as well earlier, and I'm quite proud that I worked this out. And then all the other pages have now decided to post it.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Oh, I think I saw this, but do carry on.
The Toprak is the only rider on the 2024 World Superbike grid that hasn't made at least one appearance in MotoGP 2 or 3, all the 125s or anything like that.
Yeah,
Every other rider, including Bradley Ray, has made an appearance in one of the three main categories.
That's crazy. And yet he's... you can't say he doesn't deserve to be there. All top.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
It just raises the philosophical questions of whether MotoGP or the Moto blank World Championships are a step up, or whether other routes are better for other riders. Who knows? But
yeah, everybody has like a different route, I guess. I mean, you look at Nicolo Bellego. He was a junior Moto3 World Champion in 2015.
Yeah.
Still hold a bit of a grudge there because I still believe that Lorenzo Della Porta helped his countryman win that one, but because he knocked off in the two races at the last corner in identical moves, he knocked off Aaron Canet, who was on for a podium and also champion, could have won the championship that day. Knocked him off, took him out of championship contention, then did the same to Johan Mir in the race after. And so Bellego won, and I'm like,
oh man, I think actually your phone's ringing and it's Bellego's lawyers.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
That was a long time ago, but I watched it back hilariously the other day, and I was like, this still doesn't feel right, man. This still doesn't. There's something there, man. But hey ho.
The domino effect, and now look, he's a potential World Superbike champion this year.
Well, the fact that he's come in, like, he did well in Supersport, 4th place in his rookie year, then won the championship the year after, steps on that Aruba Ducati and wins on his debut. That's wild. Max Biaggi-esque work, that.
And considering how stacked the field is as well, it's just
unbelievable.
Not just a field of like failed GP riders or anything. It's
it kind of is, but it kind of
okay, it kind of is. But they're still stacked. There's still a lot of speed on that grid.
Well, look at Andrea Iannone. First race in 5 years, and he's
podium.
Just podium. He was up there the whole time. His bike broke, sadly, in one of the races, but he looked so good, leading from the get-go, and I'm quite excited.
When we get to Europe, when we get to these European tracks, that he knows
a lot better.
Better. I mean, obviously, he'll know Phillip
like
Island
Misano
but
and stuff. He'll know. He's been riding Misano for years anyway, on like a private bike. So
yep, it's good. I love it. I like it. Honestly, it's just it just makes the series better value for the spectator, doesn't it? You're paying for Discovery Plus or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Alex Lowe's hasn't won a race in 4 years. He's only won 2.
Yeah. And how does Johnny Ray feel, huh?
Oh, that's gotta sting.
It's because, I mean,
he had a shocker.
The last time he did have a shocker, and like on the Kawasaki, when was the last time Alex Lowe's beat Ray?
I'm not sure. He probably beat him a few times last year, but the last time Alex Lowe's won a race was 2020.
Yeah. So
Johnny Ray won at Phillip Island, I think, last year, but that was it.
Yeah. So you have to think if either Top Rack or Johnny Ray had to do this year was just not go anywhere, I think. And one of them would have had the title.
Yeah, because Locatelli looked exceptional. The fact that in race 2, he came out of the pits and was way back and caught up. Oh, maybe in race 1, I can't remember which one. But he came out of the pits and was way back and caught up. Finished second in the first race. I know that. Yeah, it may have been the first race because he caught up and overtook everybody to get second. And he was miles back. And I was like, what the hell? And I think it was, Ian One during that race when he overtook Top Brack of all people in Stoner's Corner. I was like, what is going on?
I mean, it's great. I love it. And I can't. It's a shame that it's like a race a month.
Yeah, because there's only 13 rounds.
Yeah, like I was looking at the calendar, I was like, oh, when's the next one? It's like, oh, mid to late March. Great. Can't wait.
What?
Like, I'll forget about it. Yeah. Well, I've had like 3 MotoGP rounds by then.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean? And you're like, well, what would I rather watch, No. Yeah, but it's so good. Especially Phillip Island always throws up a good race. I think it might be different when we're back to Europe and we're not at Phillip Island, but it was just amazing. And like Bautista wasn't just storming off on the straights. Top Rack even overtook him on the straights. And Top Rack even spoke to him after and was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Yep. Bodes well though, because if Top Rack could just get that little last bit in place, then I think he's going to be a weapon. And he's got all season to do it. Well,
he does.
Not really to win the title, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just very excited for it. Obviously, sad to see Johnny Ray have a massive crash in race 2. Remy Gardner was batting for the podium in one of the races as well.
Yep.
He had some terrible luck in the other races though, but it may have been actually race 2 when Locatelli caught up because he crashed, didn't he? Because he had a false neutral.
Oh, did he? Right, okay.
Yeah, he crashed at Jack Miller's corner.
This is the thing, like that's that's the only thing with the Superbikes like race format is like it all blurs into one. I'm like, what happened in the Super Bowl? Super Bowl.
Taylor Swift happened at the Super Bowl.
Well, I probably remember that. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you got 2 main races and you got a Super Bowl race, and I'm like, what happened when? Who did what? Who got what podium? Like I can't really remember. Whereas at least with MotoGP, you kind of know if it was the sprint or the main race, don't you? So,
yeah, you do. Yeah.
But I mean, that's a me problem.
That is a you problem.
Not a criticism of the format at all.
No. But yeah, it was just superb. I love Superbike racing. Obviously, the Super Sports are pretty damn good as well.
Yes. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. John McPhee.
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah. Was it top 10 on both races or just the one?
Yeah, I think he got 8th.
Yeah. He got 8th in race 2. I can't remember the rest, though.
No, he did pretty well. Yeri Montella did very, very well as well, winning both races. So already a title contender. We've got Adrian Huertas as well, who is a long-time follower of Everything Moto Racing, so I'm quite happy with that. Got his first podium for the Aruba squad as well.
Love it.
So pretty good weekend all round, to be fair.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've had a great time. It's been nice. Nice having a bit of action on the weekends again. You are?
I was up at 2 a.m. watching.
Oh, no, I mean, I wasn't taking it that.
I was.
I was still making sure I got my beauty sleep, you know.
Nice, yeah.
Can't you tell?
Yeah. Obviously. But yeah, moving to MotoGP. Since the last podcast, we have had 3, technically 4, new liveries unveiled. We'll start with Repsol Honda, because I did mention last time that we should have like a HRC-inspired livery.
Yeah.
And that was the case, with a little interesting hybrid. Yeah. I kind of like it.
I do like it. I don't like it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
Considering like HRC's sort of history with liveries, they're always pretty lovely. This one is nice. I do like it, but it's I don't know. There's it just lacks a little bit of something that makes me go, oof. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, because the World Superbike Honda liveries is sensational, beautiful. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think because they've got the Repsol in there and needed to incorporate the blue and the red, but then the orange, it just kind of makes it look a bit messy.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd palette to make work, isn't it? Yeah.
But like, I don't mind it. I don't hate it.
Not mad.
I like that they finally changed up the livery.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh. Who else have we had?
We have had probably the best one.
Oh, the Castrol.
The Castrol LCR Honda.
My
absolutely beautiful.
It's the livery we wanted.
Ever since Cal Crutchlow was on that.
Yeah. It's the livery that we all deserve the LCR Castrol Honda to be.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm looking at it now. It is sensational.
Yep. No notes. No notes. Nope. Next.
No needs. I think I made a Homelander meme about that one where it's like, it was perfect. Everything was perfect.
I don't get the reference.
Oh, you've not seen The Boys on Amazon?
No, sorry.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Noted.
It's like an anti-superhero, but kind of pro-superhero thing. It's very, very, very good. It's, if you can imagine somebody with Amazon's budget telling a director to do whatever the hell they want with a bunch of superheroes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's got everything you could ever imagine in, plus more.
Well then.
Yeah, it's very good.
You underestimate my imagination, sir.
Trust me. You have to trust me.
Okay. Well, I'm up for it then, if that's the case. Let's go.
Yeah. I will. Anyone listening, I know it's a bit off topic, but because I'm rewatching it hilarious at the moment as well.
That is hilarious.
Because my girlfriend had never seen it and she is like addicted to it. She's like, I need to watch the next one.
Oh my
Guys
God.
at work I've told about, they're like, I need to watch it. I'm watching it.
Right.
I started watching it over the weekend and stuff like that. I'm like,
okay,
it's very good.
Let's do it. But then the racing's back on, so
yeah, that's true.
Less
that's
time.
True.
Anyway,
anywho,
who else we had?
We have Takaaki Nakagami's side of the garage with the Idemitsu. Idemitsu have changed their logo as well. It kind of looks cleaner. Like you said, you like it. Like, I think it makes the bike look a little bit cleaner with a new logo on it.
Yeah, it's like, it is. It's definitely like a nice, like crisp, clean looking bike. I think it will look great, like Qatar.
On the back of the grid.
Well, I mean, ahead of the Yamahas probably, but
probably, yeah.
I like it. I do like it, actually.
I like his helmet design as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good combo, right? Like black, white, red, and gold. Like
you
can do a lot with that.
It looks really good.
I mean, I'm talking about the bike. I can't remember the helmet, but
oh, the helmet is kind of matched the helmet because he normally goes with like a multicolored array.
Yeah,
but he's got a lot of like orangey, reddy, bluey flowers on there, and it looks really good.
Sick.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And then the last one, because in 2 days' time of the date of recording, Pramac will unveil their bike.
Oh,
but
I forgot.
I'll explain what's going on with that one because it's quite cool. But we've got Aprilia with a pretty similar bike. It stays black for the most part with the bits of purple accents in there, a lot of red and stuff like that.
Doesn't do much
I
for
like
me.
it, but
it's okay. Do you know what I think would make it better?
What?
If it was gloss black rather than matte.
Yeah, to be fair, like the Gresini bikes in 2012.
I can't remember. But yeah, like a gloss black with maybe like matte red accents or something.
That would
I think that'd be quite cool, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're maybe like Matt. Everything feels a bit like 2020.
Yeah,
in terms of
I know
just
what you
design
mean.
language. I think, but yeah, that's my note. When I said no notes for Castrol, these are my notes for Aprilia.
For Aprilia.
Thank you.
Nice. I
Less
do
Matt.
like. Nice. Looking through it, I do like, because obviously the riders get to have like customize their gear and stuff like that. And on Lorenzo Savadori's kind of lower leg part of his suit, he's got like a sun thing that's coming out.
All right.
In the purple, the red, and the white, and it looks really, really good. I really like, of the three, I really like Savadori's design.
Yeah.
On his levers, because Maverick's just gone with red.
Yeah.
Whereas Savadori's is actually quite unique. It looks quite cool in his day and easy levers. But Viñales as well has got longer hair, and it just takes me back to what he used to look like in 2014. He literally looks like he's lost 10 years of age.
Wild.
He looks like the little baby-faced kid we saw back in 2015 when he stepped on that Suzuki for the first time.
Listen, this is his year to win then. Let's do it. And he didn't come first in testing, so therefore a win is on the cards.
Weird. Yeah.
Subversing the prophecies.
Yeah, it was Bagnaia, which we'll go into in a minute, but bloody hell, Bagnaia.
Jesus, settle down.
Yeah, blooming heck. But the Pramac livery is an interesting one because that one will be unveiled in Bahrain. The reason for that is because they have those little F1 logos on the back of their bikes because the team owner of Pramac and the CEO of F1 are quite friendly, and they were like, can you run an F1 logo on a bike? Yes, as that's why they run them. So the new livery will be unveiled at the F1 race in Bahrain on Thursday.
That's cool.
Is on Wednesday, sorry. Yeah, so it'll be unveiled.
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
the F1.
Listen, if that brings one fan from F1 across, great, perfect. That's cool. And you know, knowing like Formula One, there will be no expense spared with this unveiling. It'll be an event. Cool. That's pretty rad. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, it's gonna look. I think it'll look quite good as well. We'll see. Obviously, Frankie there. He hasn't actually ridden the bike yet.
No, other than for 40 minutes.
Apart from at Valencia, that was it.
Yeah.
And then he missed the Qatar and Sepang Test, so he's got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I know. He's going to have to really shine on that thing in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he really will. And that's going to be tough, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely.
That will be tough. But, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to see. But I also wanted to mention, because I'm just thinking about Formula One, because there is a rumour now rolling around. Because we talked about it a little bit last year about Dorna maybe being bought out by somebody. And it might have been like an American company or something like that. And Dorna themselves being bought out. Which, given the issues we've had with MotoGP in the last few years, in terms of commercial rights, in terms of them not promoting the sport as well as it could have been, or them trying to promote the sport and then blocking it behind a $200 a year paywall and all this crap. That whereas an F1, I think it's $70 a year. It was $70 a year. Now it's $100 a year, and that got a lot of slack. But F1 is a lot more accessible. Obviously, MotoGP is not. The rumor that has dropped today is that potentially the new owners of Dorna could be Liberty Media, who own Formula One.
Now that is an interesting one, and I think all things considered would be a good thing. I did see some sort of comments on posts and social media and stuff saying, "Oh, I hope MotoGP tickets don't become as expensive as Formula One tickets, yada yada, all that stuff."
Yeah,
and I don't think they would. That's not to say I don't think there won't be like any increases and stuff, because I mean, business be business. You know, if they're going to axe a $200 or €200 a year paywall to watch things, that they might put that onto ticket sales instead. I don't know. It's a long way from being the sort of spectacle that you can charge F1 money for to go see. But if it has any hope of doing so, of becoming a kind of more of a phenomenon, let's say, like F1 is at the moment, it needs something like this. And I mean, who better than people running the show over at F1? You know, round. Yeah, exactly.
F1 was in the dogs before Liberty Media came over. Took over.
Yep, and I think that combined with like exciting personalities like Pedro Acosta coming in, I think it could be a recipe for success.
I hope so.
Yeah. I'd love to have more people that I can talk to about MotoGP rather than just you, for God's sake.
I know.
Well, you and my dad, to be fair.
Yeah, of course. But,
aye, he just gives me the old thumbs up. Anything I see.
Yeah, that's it. Just
Becco's looking good. Time. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah. That's dad for you. I think that whole keyboard is just made up of thumbs up emojis and okay.
He listens to the podcast sometimes as well.
Does he? Bless him.
How's it going?
Nice. How's it going, Cameron's dad?
Hey.
Nice.
He'll be getting a new bike soon, so
really?
Pretty good, I think. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's always good when you get a new bike. Yeah. On to testing though, because you did mention him. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Good little segue there. It's not a fluke with Francesco with Pedro Acosta, is it? It's not a fluke with Francesco Bagnaia either, to be fair. But
Pedro's here to stay. Overrated my ass. Mental. Like, just great. Like, can't wait to see him win a title in a few years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was obviously we can't really talk too much on times and timesheets because everybody's kind of doing different things, of course, but we can still use the data available to us and make it evaluate the data we've been given. And Pedro Acosta in 15th place, just 1.1 seconds from Francesco Bagnaia's all-time lap record in the 150.9, which has never been seen before.
Disgusting.
Is disgusting on one hand, and then Pedro being that close.
Yeah.
Is insane.
I don't really know what to say, really. And do you think, like, obviously Pedro is good with his like one lap pace and everything. He is good at a hot lap, but where he really shines is still on race day.
Yeah,
he seems to just have the head on his shoulders and like just the ability of racecraft and everything to just put together a really good race as well. It's just an exciting prospect, to be honest. I mean, I think he's in line for Jack's seat.
I think so too. I mean, he said today that he believes he can hang with Brad Binder in the opening race
if he can,
make it into the top 10.
If he can keep sight of Brad Binder in his first MotoGP race, then sign the factory seat now. You know?
Yeah, do honestly. A swap with Jack Miller. Put Jack Miller in Tech 3.
Genuinely, he's great. He's got the personality. He's fast. He's got the bike as well. Let's say. I mean, it would have been really sad to see him join on a Yamaha or something. I think.
God, yeah.
At the moment,
which was what was rumored, like.
I know, but it looks like because they're getting like factory support gas this year, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, I mean they've always kind of had current bikes and stuff like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I think they'll maybe get like extra.
With Pedro and Augusto in there, they'll definitely because Augusto did very well last year, and having the pair of them, you know, Red Bull backs the team now, and having them both as a Red Bull athletes anyway really helps. I think both of them, unless Vietti goes and pulls a madness this year, I can't see them wanting to replace either of them.
Well, I mean, yeah, agreed. I hope Augusto. I hope his pre-season testing isn't a sign of what's to come because he didn't look particularly happy with what he was doing. You know, not all riders necessarily went fast, but not all of them looked like they were bothered by that. Like some might have just been purely testing or working on race pace, but Augusto just didn't look particularly chuffed with how things went either.
No.
So I'm hoping that isn't reflected through his season, because he does deserve the seat that he's got. We saw what he could do last year. Yeah. I don't know. But you're right. Like, I hope it is just them again next year as well. Although, it would mean Pedro can get his 37 back if Augusto gets punted.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah.
And then Pedro can win the title once he's got his 37 backs.
Yeah, that's it. His magical 37 is what he needs to win that title. He loves that 37, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been an interesting test because you look at Honda and Zarco's like, yeah, Honda are looking good. And then 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th are Honda.
Yeah.
And yeah, to be fair, Zarco is only 1.2 from Pecco's all-time lap record, which is impressive, of course. But this is MotoGP. 1.2 seconds puts you 17th. And on a race weekend, 20th.
Yeah, and it's not a good look when it's all of them are
again
consecutive. Yeah, back there. It's not like sort of... It makes you feel like they reached the potential of what they could. All of them that
already.
Weekend. Yeah. Like, it's not like sort of... You know, if Zarco or Mir was suddenly way up the order, you'd be like, okay, well, it looks like the Honda is capable. It's just the rest are still figuring it out. But no, it looks like between all four of them, they went about as quick as they could get the Honda.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's suggested anyway by that.
Yeah, and I do believe Marini and Mir were ill in Qatar, the test, which makes sense. And Mir was able to shave 1.1 seconds off his qualifying lap, which is very good.
It is,
but it still put him in 19th place.
I'm mad at Ducati, really. They're just not giving anyone a chance. What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Well, I know why they're doing it. Like, money, but...
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But, like, the fact that both Anea and Bagnaia, like, last year's bike was very good. This year's bike is even better.
Everywhere.
It's like,
just everywhere, God, man. Even better. And you saw the difference between the 23 and the 22 on track. Between, you know, Digia and Pecco or whatever.
And Marquez
and it is just wild to think that the 24 is at another level again in all aspects. I just can't.
Yeah, and like the 25 are probably even better, and you're like, what? How?
Yeah, I don't know. I really... Crazy. Absolutely madness.
Yeah, Ducati are absolutely killing it. And
yep.
The thing is, I think Aprilia are probably the only ones that can really hang with them. Aleix Espargaro was third in the test.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, considering people constantly are like, he's overrated, he should retire, he's not good enough, and he continues to do this kind of stuff. He won 2 races last year. Aleix is not one to mess around with. But in addition to that, for the first time in 5 years, Raul Fernandez is staying on the same bike as last year.
Yeah.
And he was 5th in the test overall, 0.4 back. He looked very good in Qatar.
He did. I think he's going to turn down the 24 Aprilia, I think. If he really finds his flow, he'll be like, no, just leave me on this, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raul looked good. Which is exciting because we know he's strong. A scarily fast rider who can race as well.
Oh, yeah, when he wants to.
Yeah. So, yeah, Aprilia could be good. I think KTM will be there as well.
Yeah, I think they never really do the best in testing.
No.
KTM sandbag it a little bit.
I think last year as well. Jesus, we
were
thinking
miles off.
Yeah, we were like, oh god, what's happening here? Like KTM have dropped the ball again, and then they came into Portimao. Was it Portimao the first round last year?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, okay, they've arrived.
KTM are back.
Yeah. So I mean, but again, it's the European manufacturers taking up the top 12 spots. How many we got? 14?
It was 14.
4 KTMs to Aprilia.
Yeah,
4
Fabio
Aprilias.
was 14th.
Yeah. And 8. Yeah. So that'll be what, like 16 bikes are European, am I right? 4 Aprilias, 4 KTMs, and 8 Ducatis.
8 Ducatis, yeah, 4 KTMs and 4 Aprilias, yeah. And then the rest, you got 6 bikes that are Japanese.
Yeah, and I guess, God, like if 16 bikes are that fast, the European ones, it's going to be really hard for, Fabio Quartararo or Alex Rins, those 2 names, to break into the top 10 this year. It's going to be, they've got such a task. And how mental is that to think that they might struggle to get those kind of results consistently?
Yeah.
That's just
it's bonkers.
And that's why, like something's kind of got to change, I think, because it doesn't matter if you're a great rider anymore. You've got to be on a European bike.
Marquez proved that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to be on the right bike now.
He's 4th in the test.
Oh God, yeah, that's
fun. Like, what was it? 322 laps in.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that. Jesus,
322 laps in Qatar, I believe, or over the whole test to try and obviously adapt to that bike, which is mental. Can you imagine how dizzy he'd be after that? But and he was 4th. He gained so much time from just stepping off at Honda onto the Ducati. Huge. I think because Fabio constantly is like, hey, Yamaha haven't done enough. I only did this from Yamaha and they've not done it. I wanted this and they made a tiny step forward. I needed a big step forward. This, I think now we're going to see Fabio probably on an Aprilia next year or a Ducati in some shape or form.
Agreed.
Because
I think he'll have had enough. He'll be like, no, I'm not. I'm just not signing that Yamaha contract
he's
again.
Far too talented to be doing this. Like, he's still, the 3rd youngest rider on the grid.
Is he?
There's only, there's
23?
only, he's 24.
24.
I think the only younger ones than him are Pedro Acosta and, no, it won't even be, it's Pedro and it's somebody else.
How old's Raul?
I can't think for the life of me. It might be Raul. Thinking about it, yeah, it's a good shout. So he's at least, I know for a fact, he's the 3rd youngest. So he's got time. A lot of time. He can move to Aprilia and smash it, or on a Ducati.
Because if Mav doesn't deliver this year, I don't think he'll be around.
Yeah, I don't either.
Elise has pretty much said he just plans to retire, right?
No, he said about planning to retire, but now he's like, meh, you know what? Again.
Well, do you know what? Like, if he delivers, if he brings in the results, then he's having fun. Like,
yeah, he's doing very well.
Enough.
I mean,
why not? Who else gets to retire in their early 30s or mid 30s?
I still can't believe Stoner retired at 27.
Great. I absolutely would retire at 27.
I respect the hell out of it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, millions in the bank. I think Stoner won 4.8 million from Honda for win this championship and like 5 million from Ducati for win this championship there. So
That should be enough.
Yeah, he's got about 8 figures in the bank.
It doesn't seem like the kind to just,
spend it on
like flush it away. So
t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be alright. He'll be alright.
Yeah, but
he still looks rich. So
yeah, he does. Yeah. Another one that did well though was Fabio Di Gia.
Yeah, he had good pace.
He was top for a few points, wasn't he? And Bezecchi was right up there as well.
Yep.
So I'm quite excited for that, to be honest.
Oh God, please! It's only a few days from now. Let's just go.
From the time of recording, 11 days. Tomorrow will be 10 days.
Oh, you've just crushed my dreams. I thought it was this weekend.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Sorry. He's actually like disappointed. Head on the desk.
What am I going to do this weekend? I had it all planned out.
Did you actually?
I mean, kind of loosely. Yeah.
Aw, that's sad. Well, I'll ring Dorner and get him to move it for you.
If you could, actually.
Yeah.
I'll do
that for you, don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mental thing, though, that Pedro is only 19. We're like, oh, yeah, these riders' ages and stuff. Pedro's 19.
He's 19. He's got a few years to really bond with the gas / KTM.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I don't know if he'll win a race this year, if I'm honest.
No, I don't either. No.
And that's not anything against Pedro. It's just that like this is a far more stacked field than Moto2 or Moto3 was when he was there. Like this is really there's nobody in the GP paddock that doesn't deserve to be there now.
Yeah.
And is capable of winning a race. And the fact that he's got 8 Ducatis there, all with exceptional riders on them. And then if they don't do it, then it's probably going to be Brad.
Yeah.
or like Aleix. You know, they're the next 2 in line. If it's not a Ducati rider, then it's going to be one of them. So, like, yeah. I don't know if he'll win a race. I think he'll get a podium.
Yeah.
At the right track. Maybe at the Red Bull Ring at KTM's own backyard. But
yeah, potentially.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win a race. But, I mean, give it time.
This is Pedro.
Yeah, well, true. To be fair, it's Pedro. Might just happen. But I can't see it. Can't see it.
No. You are right, by the way. It is Raul Fernandez who's second youngest.
It's
Pedro, Raul, and Quartararo. I didn't realise Bezzecchi. Then it's Bezzecchi and Digia. Yeah.
Bez was like 50.
No, Bez is the 4th youngest on the grid. Then it's Digia.
Okay. That's something I find mental, because obviously these guys are like superhuman and like look up to them, but they are all younger than me.
Yeah, they're babies, really.
Do you know what I mean? Like, except the oldest guys on the grid. Marquez is like 6 months older than me,
and he's 4th oldest.
Yeah, so majority of the grid are younger than me. Even like the ones you would think are kind of long in the tooth, like Mav. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. He's
only 29.
Yeah, he's younger than me. And I'm like, no, these are fully grown men who are definitely older than me. They've got to be. Look how much they've accomplished. No, they're younger than me.
It does blow my mind a bit. Like, yeah, Marquez, Nakagami, Zarco, and Aleix are the oldest on the grid. Nakagami's 32, which I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The thing that blows my head off is that Marquez is 31, because I remember he was 15.
Yeah, I remember him as a little baby face, being the youngest ever, this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah.
And now he's 4th oldest on the grid.
Yeah.
Still fast, though. Still a fast boy.
I do feel a bit better that I'm only older than Pedro, Raul, Fabio Quartararo, Bezzecchi, and Digia. That makes me feel a bit better.
Well...
Makes me feel okay. But then you look at Moto3 and it's like,
come on. Yeah. Just Wayne's.
Yeah, that's
kids.
True. But yeah, so testing has been good. We need to do mention. That was good.
Yeah.
Francesco Bagnaia is just on some other cocaine-shaped substance at the moment, I think. What are they putting in his monster bottle?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something extra. There's something happening.
He's on the sauce. Because what the hell?
He's got that. I don't know. It's like he's drank Rossi's blood or something.
Yeah,
and he's just got that like domination in him.
He's got a dog in him. He's got the new lap record.
Domination.
Oh yeah, he's got the new lap record at Sepang and at Qatar now. And Nea Bashir was only 1/10 back as well. So both Ducati boys have woken up a bit now as well.
Yeah, which is great to see. Finally, I hope we don't get robbed of it again with like silly injuries and stuff. But
God, yeah.
Oh, what are they doing?
I know.
Like, come on, like give someone a chance. You know,
well, they're trying
Martin
to, and then they keep just like.
I think Martin looks ready to scrap.
He does. He wants that title. He knows. He's like, I missed out on that title. I need to win that title.
He does, and yet he's been bested by Pecco. Both tests, and I just want to know.
I think he's sandbagging though.
Who, Martin? Do you think?
Yeah,
like Marquez.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds. To be honest, I'm so excited.
I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, 11 days.
Yeah. What else happened? Who else did stuff?
Well, Aleix and Pecco did 7-lap runs, obviously sprint runs, and they were the fastest.
All right, okay.
So Aleix being there is quite interesting, I think.
Definitely, yeah, especially
on the Aprilia,
over
as the oldest guy on the grid.
Yeah.
Like a fine word.
Exactly.
But over the longer 22-lap run, it was Brad Binder.
The Sunday man. Yeah. Nothing to add, really. I just...
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for your insight.
No, what else can you say? Like, it's like everyone says, oh, it's just testing, like a race is different, blah, blah, blah. But you do get a bit of insight with, like, because they do simulate these things.
Yeah.
Did you do well in terms of, like, race simulation as well?
Yeah, he looked very strong. Digi was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching... So carry on.
No, I mean, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. What did you say? You said you were watching a thing.
Yeah, so because Pedro Acosta has also got a lot of slack on social media today.
Ah.
From obviously all the social media experts.
Yeah.
Because he basically said ahead of his debut that he was thinking he could maybe get... Well, no, not even that. Like, just after testing, like, he was like, I think I can get top 10 and all that. And... loads of people on Instagram and all that are basically just slating him, saying he's arrogant.
Come on. Well, the thing is, like, people are never happy.
No.
Especially motorsport fans for some reason. It just doesn't matter.
Oh, God,
like, what's he going to say? Like, oh, yeah, I think I can finish the race. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like someone said, you're a little bit pretentious for your first season. But Marquez said that Pedro could win the title.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. A bit pretentious for your first season. Like, what? Anyway, like... Yeah, exactly. And Marquez, who's done a few seasons now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't think he's on the right bike. Maybe. If Pedro walks straight into a factory team like Marquez did in 2013. Like, maybe. You know? It would have to be a Ducati, I think. It would have to be a factory Ducati. Then possibly. But, like... come on, like... The thing is, Pedro can back up what he says.
Yes,
when is he not?
Can.
When has he not shown that he can deliver the results? And
if he thinks he can get top 10...
Listen, he absolutely can, because as we've mentioned, the Japanese bikes are out of the running for top 10.
Top 50.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just got to be kind of...
finishing races.
Yeah, like, trying, and he'll... feel like he's going to... He'll outscore Augusto, I think.
Yeah, I think so too, to be honest. Augusto takes a little bit.
And probably Jack as well.
Miller's an interesting one because he finished last season in the worst way you can.
With a crash.
The absolute worst. Out of P1.
Yeah.
And so now he's had to sit on that for 3 months.
Yep.
Like, I could have won the race on the KTM. And I didn't because I crashed. And he's going to have rued that mistake and lay awake at night and gone... why? And
yeah,
he will see Pedro Acosta there. He will know Pedro Acosta's gunning for a seat. He will also know KTM are trying to get Pedro Acosta in his seat.
Yeah.
So he's going to do everything he can
to
try and secure it. Obviously, KTM will probably just put him there anyway. But if he could fight for it...
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Brad's going nowhere.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's
contractually,
2025.
Anyway. yeah, contractually, but like in terms of results as well.
He bleeds orange, Brad Binder. You cut him open, he's orange.
Exactly. He's going nowhere from that squad, contractually or no. He'll give the results to earn the seat.
Yeah, and he won't even try, and he'll do it.
Yeah, I hope we get some more opposite lock Supermoto stuff at Jerez, but
I hope he gets a win finally. He's not won since the insane one in 2021 when he won on the slicks.
Was it at Austria?
That's his last win.
So
yeah,
he deserves a win.
He does.
It feels like he's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, all that stuff. He always gets a close second.
I mean, last year was his most successful year in MotoGP yet, with most podiums he's ever had in MotoGP, with 5.
Wow.
So he's only getting better.
He is. And like we say, he's a Sunday man, and he had the best sort of race simulation, if you will. So let's do it. Let's go. Do you know what? Just start the season now. Actually, if you could, if you could get Dorna to push it forward to like actually now, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd love that. But we still have to do our predictions pod next week, so we can't.
Predictions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this will be interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Will Lauren be joining us?
No, I'll just get her to send me the things privately, I guess.
Okay then.
If she has time between finding herself.
Yeah. Find herself, get centered, align the chakras, and then tell us who's going to win everything.
And tell us her star sign in the process.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Has much else happened? Is there anything else worth discussing this week?
I don't know. Have you seen the new livery for the Master Camp squad with Sasaki?
No, I haven't.
That's nice. Check out their social media. That looks pretty nice. Also, I guess one thing that has happened that's quite important, I would say, is that Ian Hutchinson.
Oh, yes.
Was back on a bike today. First time since his stroke. I love Ian Hutchinson, may I say. Like, he is my racing idol. There is nothing that man can't come back from. He has obliterated his legs so many times.
Had a stroke.
And
he's back on a bike.
He's back on a bike, yeah.
Honestly.
Doing the TT with the Paget's Honda team this year.
Yeah, you can't keep a man down sometimes.
You really can't.
And I think, yeah, if you've had the experience of a TT, because Hutchinson's won it a few times, right? Has he?
Yeah, he's got loads. I think he's got 15 TT wins.
Yeah, yes.
Something mental like that.
No slouch. Has the euphoria of not only taking part, being really fast, but also winning it. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's going to take more than a stroke, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Stop him coming back. Like, so, yeah, love it. When's he coming on the pod?
Oh, good shout.
Yeah,
that would be
make
good.
It happen. It would be good.
Yeah, we've slacked so much of guests over the last year, though.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I know, it's terrible.
It's
terrible.
People get bored to just listen to me.
Yeah, and me.
At least Lauren's a bit of comedic value.
Yeah, with her opinions and all.
Yeah.
What?
We love an opinion.
We do. We should get Jacob back.
Yeah.
The silence. Sorry, Jacob. Anyway, I think that's all we've got time for.
I think so. It's descended into chaos now.
Yeah, it has. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we're back next week with the predictions.
Yes, let us know your predictions in any way, shape, or form that you feel like it. If you feel like sending up an airplane with the banner along the back,
that'd be cool.
That would be cool. We're not going to reimburse any costs.
No,
but you'll get a shout out for sure.
Yeah, you get a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast
again.
Yeah. And we're back next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.